this actually, I brought this up first time, August 23rd of 2009 is when it appeared in the paper, which I don't know what day of the week that was. Well, it was actually on Sunday, so that would have been in the council meeting the Tuesday before that. And we had at that meeting, we discussed the lack of economic progress in Abbeville over the last 4 years. Now, so in other words, this would have been 2005. I don't know when it exactly started, but it says that they conducted business, supposedly since 2005, so I'm assuming it started then before I even came into office. But at that time, there was no proof of insurance involved with the lease of that location, so it was a lease violation. Well, our attorney at the time sent a letter to Mr. Seifer, I guess is his name, his last name. Is that correct, Ike?
It's close enough.
And so that was August 18th of 2009 by Mr. Ike Funderburg. And they went ahead and complied with the insurance. So they got insurance for the place, and then that showed them in compliance as far as the insurance was concerned, but they still weren't doing any work at the location. So once again, September of 2009, we discussed it again, and Mr. Seifer at that time didn't give us very much of a response, except that he was trying to get business for that location. And then he got real offended, and in January of 2010, he was responded to with a letter to us telling us how much the economic situation sucked and that his economic development contract was done and closed. And he had comments at that time, misspelling my name of course, that it was just so the city wanted the building to use it for other purposes, and he was not going to come here and become embarrassed. And he had submitted insurance, and he was paying for the upkeep of the building, which is not true, because there's no upkeep going on at that location to start with. And then in January of 2012, once again, we had Ike send him a letter and complaining about that location, nothing was going on. And once again, he says that the economic situation was bad and that he was maintaining the building and he was going to bring some people out there and put to work. Now, Councilman Landry is familiar with that because Mr. Seifer did bring people to work, hired people, brought them to Houston. And what happened after that, Councilman Landry?
He fired them all.
Okay, he fired them all. So we have photographs here that was taken by Clay just recently. These photographs
Technical Industries, Pipe Yard on Highway 9.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Clear differences.
Technical Industries here. These photographs was taken July 9th of 2014. I don't have a date on this one, but Clay took these a couple of years ago, I think, if I remember correctly. And the location looks the same as it did at that time. In fact, the grass is longer now than it was at that time. And now we've gathered some trash over there. I don't know what he calls what he has there. He's got 2 or 3 people working, and every time that something comes up with us, the council, he decides to put 2 or 3 people out there working.
They're no longer working.
No longer working. He had a press release he submitted to the Daily Advertiser saying that he had bought a pipe yard. He was going to bring some equipment to Abbeville. I think he wanted it to run in the Marina, which it didn't run, thank goodness, because there's nothing going on out there. And my point behind all of this is look at the grass and look at this location. Now, this is what people see when they go to the driver's license place. This is what people see when they go to the airport, which is flourishing out there. And this is this eyesore we have that's not being any economic development for our city. It's not hiring people to work for our city. And I would like to evict this man and this company from this location. Now, we brought this up before, and there seems to be discussions going on between attorneys. No disrespect to you, Ike, but I think the discussions need to end and we need to evict him. I don't know if we can do that, but we should be able to move him on so that some other company can come in and can take over this location and have some economic development for our city. It's disgusting, and it needs to end. It's been going on since 2005. This is 2014. Soon be 10 years. Now, if I was in a house where I was messing up the house, or I had there's even commodes sitting out there in the grass. I mean, if I had a house like that, and I had been served, listen, Dane Roy with the marshal's office, Thursday or Friday, evicted 9 different locations in one day from people for whatever reason. We can't evict this man from this location in Technical Industries. I have a problem with that. I'd like to know why we can't do it.
How many days do we have to give them to notify them that we evict them?
This is not an eviction, this is a breach of contract.
Okay, but do we have, with the contracts, how many days?
Of the-
120?
I don't have the file with me, I can't answer that question, I don't have the file with me.
Councilman?
Well, can we evict him on breach of contract?
We have filed a suit for breach of contract. We are in the process of proceeding with that suit. We'll discuss that in executive session.
Can we, so can the councilman make a motion that we terminate the contract immediately?
No, it would have no effect.
Well,
How long would it take?
well, it's on, it's should be staying here.
All these contracts, we need to all these contracts, we need to double check them
Yeah,
before we.
this is not good. Should not be good. But we'll discuss it. So we'll know a little bit more.
Yes, sir.
Well, if I don't know more than I have, I'll bring it up next meeting.
Okay.
What's it gonna take to get Mr. George to make an appearance before this council?
Maybe a subpoena.
Well, whatever it takes.
When the original suit was authorized, I think the council already made a motion to,
Seek redress under, I don't know what the exact language was, but to move forward and authorize the filing of suit. To have,
that motion's been made.
that motion's been made, it's in full force and effect, and it authorized the city
So
to proceed. You've done what you've needed to do.
We're in pending litigation.
We are at that.
Right now.
We are at that.
There's actually a pending lawsuit